everybody. How is it going? Let's give it up. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you a secret hack, all right? I'm going to teach you how to split your screen into... one screen can become two screens can become 4 screens. All right, this is a incredible tool. It's free and it's for Windows. I know that Apple has this sort of feature built in, and if you're an Apple user, please feel free to give us a link to how Apple does this. So where were we? We were here. All right. So yes, we got there real easily. So let's say I'm on this big ego trip, right? And I want to show you something here. Okay. Over here is what I'm going to be showing the world, and my broadcast tool. And so they're right next to each other. And I want to show you the magic of what I'm proposing. So let's say I want to just be the biggest ego freak in the world. And I want to show you how cool I am, right? What an awesome artist I am. So I'm going to go, look, this is an eye that Rembrandt just painted. And this is an eye that I just painted. I did a series of portraits recently for a very well-known, prominent. Who's got a good... Okay, so we'll go here. This is a really nice, detailed expression of the eye. So the eyes tell it all. So here is the eye that I painted, and here is the eye that Rembrandt painted. All right? Come on. So what are we talking about here? Okay, so there is this awesome I muted the wrong thing. Anyways, there's this awesome series by David Hockney called Secret Knowledge of the Old Masters. And so what he did is he had this big wall in his studio, and he starts lining up pictures from the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, and brings it all the way up through today. And he's like, okay, it looks like before 1420 AD, nobody knew how to paint. And now after 1420 AD, everybody figured out how to paint. So let's check out my man, David Hockney, and play you this quick little clip.
In my studio, we pinned up hundreds of color photocopies of paintings. Paintings which seemed to have an optical look and paintings that did not. Slowly, we got a kind of order. I put Northern Europe at the top and Southern Europe at the bottom. The wall was necessary because I could then sit back and scan centuries of Western painting. We worked back further and further, and finally we got to a date where beyond that, it is very different. And that date is approximately 1420. That date is when a big change occurs. That's been observed by every art historian. The explanations for it are everybody could suddenly draw better. Really? Not that good an explanation, not that.
Okay, so this is awesome. Come on, let's give it up for David Hockney. So, what he proposes is the great masters from Vermeer to Caravaggio to Velázquez used camera obscurers and they used lenses and mirrors to project the image on the canvas to create the realistic sort of explosion that happened after the mid 1400s. So he says, before the 1400s, nobody knew how to paint. After the 1400s, everybody knew how to paint. And this is starting to be supported by actual optical experts. They're using their knowledge of mathematics and optics and saying, man, Velasquez was using the camera obscura. And it's so funny because the people in the art world are just going absolutely mental. And Hockney would go to art schools and give his theory that these great artists, who we thought were just gifted this ability to paint realistically, that they just all of a sudden were given by God this gift. We're actually using tools that projected the image onto the canvas. And it's so funny how people go hysterical because of this thing. And so what I use is I use the computer. I work off the computer. So I did these portraits sitting at, I painted these portraits sitting at a desktop, right? And so I don't project them onto the canvas, but what I do is that I can use a grid. So I can put these into a graphics program that has a grid, right? And if there's a question like to where, if I'm looking at this eye and there's a question on where to place a thing, I can actually just measure it and make a better determination. Okay, so this was me talking about painting, and I'm talking about, I'm really a great painter, doing sort of a egotistical thing. But my point is that my screen, for me to do everything that we just saw, what we saw was a video. I showed you Rembrandt, I showed you an article by Velasquez, and I was able to pull all of that up for you so you could see it in the presentation. And I'm only using one screen. And I'm also going like this. I'm shaking my mouse, and I'm getting this feature here that goes away in a bit, or I could just click on it and it goes away. And this feature, okay, so I'm going to show you this. I'm going to get back. So I can go like this. You see that? You see it? And shift, and I go like this. It says zone 1 right there. You see that? And so I'm locking. And this feature that can turn one screen into 2 and 2 screen into 3 into 4, and see that as I pull up Rembrandt's eyeball, it goes directly into that number 1 panel, and as I bring my own work in there, it goes into the 1 panel. So let's look at that in presentation mode. Here I'm going to come out of it. Here's the Velasquez article. Did Velasquez use a camera obscura? Then here's Rembrandt, and here's my work. So what I'm saying is you can use this tool to completely just double your productivity. And if you have a laptop, you can stream from anywhere in the world the way I'm doing now, creating valuable, comprehensive content creation without editing. All right, so let's give it up for the no editing part. All right, so that feature is called, where is it? There it is, the new release. It's called Power Tools. All right, and it looks like this. All right, so if we go here, I didn't put the link in the thing. I'll put the link later. All right, so this is what you use. You use Power Tools. All right, So you go onto the power tools. Let's see. I'll go like this. We'll go like this, and I'm gonna put in power tools. Power toys? Power toys? This is power tools. I forget. Don't. Oh, I'm sorry. It's power toys. Power toys. I think this is I've had it in my brain, and this is the first time I've actually said power toys out loud. Forgive me. So here it is, power toys. It's a free download. I'll put the link in the comments. I forgot to put them in the description. Install power toys. So you just go like this, and here it is. Install power toys. Now, if we go here, I'm going to show you how it looks. Actually, all right, it has all of these different awesome abilities. Okay, so and it's always updating, which is cool. So Power Toys is up to date. Okay, that's great. So let's go here. So this is Fancy Zones. Where is it? So here's the mouse utilities. Here's this utility here. In the mouse utilities, that gives it the spotlight to, to kind of show people what you're up to. Click it and it goes away. And so here, image resizer is awesome. You right click and you can instantly resize any image. So Fancy Zone is on. All right, so if we go here to the layout editor, we're going to launch the layout editor. And I think you probably can't see this, so let me go like that. And let's see. I should have practiced this beforehand. Okay. Oops. Gotta get out of here. Oh, Fancy Zones, Fancy Zones. Come on now. Okay, we can go like this. Oops, sorry. There we go. All right, so let me go like this. Fancy Zone is taking over everything. Okay, so let me go like that. There we go. Now you're gonna see it. All right, so this is the Fancy Zone thing here. And so here's my upper screen, but now we're on my lower screen, and you can see here's the custom layout right there. All right, so you can have any of these layouts. Any of these layouts you can create to organize your desktop, but I've tried them all actually. But this is the best one that I use. So it splits the screen in half. And then all you have to do, as we can see here, I'm going to get rid of the Fancy Zones, I hope. All right. All right. So as we see here, I'm just holding down Shift. If I hold down the Shift, it snaps to the screen and it remembers the snap. All right, and so, oops, there we go. And same thing with the here, I'll get my big head out of the way. The same thing, so here's the Fancy Zone, right? There's the Rembrandt's eyeball we were just talking about. So now I am shift holding and snapping it to the Fancy Zone Part 2. So it's Power Toys, remember. All right, let's give it up for Power Toys. I will put, sorry, I forgot to put it in the description. I will put the link in the comments. Go ahead, and if you're an Apple user, almost said an Apple loser. I love Apple. An Apple user. If you are the Apple user, then please, Okay, so where's course, man. It's that. How about the other? Okay, there we go. So we're all good. So thanks for watching. This was a quick one. Leave your comments. Remember to follow my course on how to 10x your video production without, you know, editing. Okay, it's almost done. So we are all good. Thanks for watching. This is Liam from Engage Pro. That's the name of the course. And we'll see you next time. All right, take care. Au revoir.